Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Open Innovation Challenge for greenhouse agriculture. I'm Patrick Gagné. I'm CEO of Cycle Momentum, and I want to welcome all entrepreneurs to this Q&A session on our challenge. It's an initiative led by Innovationserres, a subsidiary of Hydro-Québec, and by Cycle Momentum. I'd also like to thank our partners in this program: Zone Tech, Ecotech, Bonjour Startup Montreal, and the Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources. So Cycle Momentum is a startup accelerator and a driver of innovation. We work with clean tech entrepreneurs to help build companies that will become competitive on a global basis. We strive to bring together a clean tech investors, mentors who have a track record in building companies in clean tech, and industrial partners such as Innovationserres and Hydro-Québec in our greenhouse challenge today. So the goal of this challenge is to bring together innovators, startups, and SMBs with the greenhouse producers in order to resolve productivity and scaling problems, accelerate their transition to clean energy and to food self-sufficiency in Quebec. So Innovationserres is really acting as a catalyst to help us all solve these issues. So next, I'd like to introduce Hydro-Québec, so she's General Manager of Zone Tech and our collaborator in this program. Hi, Marilou.
Hi, Patrick. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I am really happy for being here with you today. For those who don't know me, my name is Marie-Lucille, Director of Zone Tech, the first innovation zone in AgTech and plant bioproduct in Quebec. And Innovation Zone is a place dedicated to innovation, where we bring together an entire ecosystem, whether it be startups, mature companies, financing, acceleration programs, and research center to accelerate the development of a given industry. In 2021, Quebec AgTech companies will find all the levers required for their development and growth in the Zone AgTech, like business partners, access to first adopters, financing, experimental spaces, international partners, access to research center, and access to large-scale projects. The Zone AgTech already brings together 47 startups, mature companies, and research center in the Zone AgTech in the L'Assomption RCM, and a community of 175 members and partners across Quebec and 5 international corridors, all working together to develop and promote the AgTech industry in Quebec and internationally. For us, it is a great pleasure to see such a big players like Hydro-Québec get actively involved in MAPAC's strategy for greenhouse growth in Quebec and in the Prime Minister's call for food autonomy. With the Hydro-Québec Challenge, the growth program for Quebec greenhouses, the Sustainable Agricultural Plan, the Clean Technology and Agricultural Innovation budgets announced both at the provincial and federal levels, and let's not forget the shortage of labor and the more frequent extreme weather events in the agricultural sector, we found ourselves in perfect condition to accelerate the development of AgTechs and to position ourselves strongly in the international ecosystem. Hydro-Québec's Open Innovation Program for Greenhouse AgTech Development is an excellent market access opportunity to Quebec's AgTech ecosystem, and it is a pleasure for us to participate. I will now hand the floor over to Nathalie Glazier, Director of Research and Innovation in Distribution at the Hydro-Québec Research Center, and wish you all an excellent meeting.
Thank you, Marilou. Hi, I'm very proud to collaborate and present the Open Challenge on the greenhouses sector, sponsored by Innovationserres, a filiale of Hydro-Québec. Hydro-Québec wished to reflect together on 3 major projects. The first, transform our energy to be green. Secondly, rethinking our mobility to make it sustainable. And the third, reinventing the way we consume energy. Precisely, we want to actively participate in food self-sufficiency in the Quebec. A few words about HQ. Our production park is impressive. It has about 60 hydroelectric plants. We generate almost 100% of our electricity from the force of water, green energy. Most of our plants are located far from major centers so that our network extends over 34,000 kilometers of high voltage lines. We deliver electricity to our customers through our 120,000 kilometers of medium voltage distribution lines. Hydro-Québec has close to 530 greenhouses as customers. About 56 large greenhouses produce between 9 to 10 months per year. For small and medium-sized greenhouse, they produce about 6 months per year and they're closed in the wintertime. The gas, propane, fuel oil, biogas are used for heating the greenhouses of all sizes. For the lighting and greenhouse, they use Hydro-Québec with a price of 5.59 cents by kilowatt hour. For 10 years, the greenhouse market has grown over 50%. As in 2009, it was $74 million, and in 2019, it was close to $150 million. It should be noted that the electrification of greenhouses and industries is a challenge for Hydro-Québec and is currently working in research and in collaboration with various teams. By this open challenge, we want to accelerate innovation and bring together experts in the field to optimize greenhouse production. The challenge will allow the development and integration of technology to optimize the management of the environment and the energy in order to support the increase in food self-sufficiency in the Quebec. I leave the floor to Tom Marinovsky, researcher and energetician at the Research Center.
Thank you, Nathalie. So I will talk with you about expected solution. Hydro-Québec is looking for innovative startup and small medium business that develop technology applicable to greenhouse agriculture. So it include and not exclusively solution for heating, air conditioning, heat recovery. It also include a system for control and environmental optimization, like moisture control, ventilation, lighting, CO2 injection and monitoring. We are looking also as electrical facility for electrical load modulation. And the key for that, it's a good integration with electrical grid. We are also looking for advanced and autonomous predictive controls, data analytics to monitor and to have a key view on what happened in greenhouse. We are looking also for artificial intelligence solution and for thermal sorry, the collaboration is between Hydro-Québec and startup for small and medium business who act in the. Sorry, I have a small problem. Okay, okay, I will. The collaboration is not only between Hydro-Québec and startup and small medium business, but also with partner sector key and with agricultural producer. The type of agreement we are looking for by the end of this challenge, it includes supply client agreement, licensing, pilot project, It could be different for depending the kind of enterprise, the startup, depending the kind of technology. We will define this point future later in the process. About benefits for startup and small medium business, there are multiple business opportunities. You will have access to specialists in with technical support and business support. You will have a capacity increase your visibility and increase your networking. About the access to financing, the MEI first time adopter program will give you access for pilot projects under criteria up to $50,000. And I will give the mic to Morgan Guiton, Director of Operation at Cycle Momentum.
Merci, Tom. So I would like to present you the eligibility criteria for the challenge. So what we're looking for are business that could be startup or small businesses, but they must be 2 years old and have at least 3 employees. We are open to companies that are coming from all around the world, but the team should speak French or English to be able to communicate with all the partners. And also on the technology solution level, we're looking for technology that has been validated at the laboratory environment. So it's the equivalent of the technology readiness level number 4. So it's also, but of course it could be above, so small scale validated technology are eligible. And also if you are in the commercialization phase, the technology is also eligible. If you have already sales, this is also eligible. The way we're going to choose the participant of the challenge, we will use the following criteria for the technology. Of course, it should be a technology that improve the performance of greenhouses and greenhouse agriculture. There should be some benefits for Quebec. So as I mentioned earlier, we are open to companies that are coming outside from Quebec, but we want that there would be some positive benefits for Quebec. The technology should be also easily integrable with other technologies. As Tom mentioned, we are looking for example, technology in water management or temperature management. So we would like all this technology to be able to work together, I would say. And also we will look at the entrepreneurial team. We are looking for a team that is experienced and that has a high level of skill. And we would use for the solution the business readiness level scale. And what we are looking for is technologies or a solution that has already for which you have already a good idea of the revenue model and some pricing hypothesis set. And of course, for the team, we are looking for teams that are open to discuss and collaborate with others. The way the challenge will be, I mean, the deadline. Sorry about that. The first thing is the deadline is July the 2nd for the for your application, and with all the application, there will be an internal pre-selection jury that will take 10 to 15 business that we think are able to meet the challenge. And we will work during the summer and until late September with those business to first, we will make a a 360 evaluation of the technology, the company, the business model, and also we will. So this is the first thing we will do during the summer. Then they will have some workshop with partners, greenhouse partners, and Hydro-Québec as well. The goal being to start discussing and setting up the basis for the collaboration the collaborations, and also we will help them to align their presentation or the way they present their solution to be ready for the selection that will take place on a half-day presentation in late September. At this selection, we will take the 3 to 5 best candidates, and those candidates will enter the acceleration program, which would be an acceleration of the collaboration program. During this program that will take place during the fall, there will be some workshop sessions to start really setting up a proof of concept, a business case, to work together with other participants, and also some mentorship will be offered from people from Hydro-Québec, but also entrepreneurship, our entrepreneurship ecosystem. The end of the program is the presentation day that will happen late January, and during this day the companies will present their work, and the idea being really to have business opportunities setting up or showed at that presentation day. So the next step on your side is really to apply to the challenge, and for that you can go on our website, greenhouseinnovation.ca, and click on the apply. Oh, this slide should be in English, but there is an English version of the website, and there is an apply button on which you can click on to submit your application to the challenge. I will open right now the floor for questions. So really, if you have any question, do not hesitate to write those in the chat. We also have some that have already been asked by some applicants. So Jonathan, I will give you the mic.
Yes, this is I'm Jonathan Cote. I'm a spokesperson for technological innovation at Hydro-Québec. So I'll be taking your questions. So you can submit them in the questions module at the top right corner, the little bubble with a question mark. Some people have already started asking questions, so I'll start with the ones we already have here in the chat system. So somebody asked, we developed a wireless communication system which would mesh well with other sensing technologies and potential partnership. Would this be a valuable collaboration?
This question is for me. It could be very interesting, but it mainly depend of the technology by itself, because the main goal of going wireless, it saves the cost of installation. So I will not say yes, I will not say no. We must examine your proposition.
Okay, thank you. Another question here. Somebody says our startup company was incorporated in February 2020 in Montreal. We have 2 full-time employees and 1 part-time employee. Do we qualify for this challenge?
Morgan, this one is for you.
I will take this one. Hello, Hamir. I would say no, but there is always a but, because it will depend when you start working on this technology. Because, for example, if this technology is a spin out a university, for example, and has maybe 5 years of work, university work behind, I would really like to see it. So I would encourage you to apply and see, or maybe to give us some more details through email, and we will see. Because we really want to have technologies and not ideas. So that's why we have put those kind of criteria. But I mean, we want to see the more technologies we can.
Yeah, we had, I guess, a similar question from somebody else who was asking if the company had to be in operation for 2 years as of July 2nd. So basically, I guess the answer would be maybe if you started working on that earlier, it would still qualify.
Ideally, we would take these 2 years, but if you start working on earlier, like explain it and we will see.
Okay, thank you. Another question about the distribution, the different sizes of greenhouses we have here in Quebec. How many, what's the percentage of small producers, medium producers, and I guess large greenhouses?
So yes, we have this information. I don't have the number exact in my mind, but mainly it's a small producer.
Another question we have received is the carbon footprint impact in a greenhouse a metric that is under consideration?
Yes, definitively. It's not necessarily about the control, but yes, it's consideration. It's considered.
Somebody asking about financing. So is the maximum amount available $50,000?
Just to be clarified, that there's no automatic 50K involved in the program. What we are offering is that the work that will be done during the acceleration of the collaborations part of the program could lead to the setting up of a pilot project, and this pilot project could be financed by funding coming from the Ministry of Economy, the MEI, Ministère de l'Économie et de l'Innovation, and through their Primo Adoptant, first time adoptant program. And this this is the maximum amount available for such a pilot project. But there are, we do not promise anything, but we will work with all the participants and the partners to be able to fund the project that could emerge from this collaboration. And there are several projects available in Quebec, like Technoclimat or Agri-Innové, for example.
Thank you. Here's a question we have received previously, but the answer probably very useful for everybody. What is the required commitment in hours for the selected startups?
What we thought of is about, I would say, 50 hours of discussion and collaborations. You have some time to spend on the application form, of course. Then during the summer, we see it as 5 hours for the evaluation phase and the first workshop between the 10 to 15 participants. Of course, there will be the preparation for the presentation day in the selection day, in late September. And then for the acceleration program during the fall, the collaboration of the acceleration program during the fall, we see it as one workshop a week, and it would be a 2 to 4 hours workshop, let's say. And of course, depending on the collaboration and the way you will interact with the other startups and the partners, the greenhouse partners, this time has to be, it could increase, of course, depending on the work that you will want to engage in.
Another question we just received, what is the scale of the pilot project in terms of area of implementation in a greenhouse?
This one is a very good question. It's first, the pilot project must have a significant scale to validate result and to be reproducible. And it's right now still must be determined. we don't have the exact setup for a pilot project, and it will be depend on the solution, and we are thinking about that.
Okay, thank you. Another question we have received in the past few days is, how do you intend to operate in terms of intellectual property?
What we have planned and what we are expecting is that, no, first thing, important thing, all the background IP, so all the IP that has been developed already by the company stays to the company. This is the baseline of all the discussion. What we expect then during the summer session, so when there will be those 360 evaluation, is that we will stick to non-confidential information. So we do not want to know how you do your technology works. We want to know what are its performance. Then during the fall period, so when really there would be some the start of the collaboration and maybe the work together between the partners, we will put in place a non-confidential agreement, a kind of umbrella agreement between all the partners to be sure that we could have fruitful exchanges and also feedback from the different partners. And once there would be once will emerge some business opportunities, some business case discussion, then we will have the partners to put in place IP management agreement between the implied partners.
Okay, thank you. Another question we have received is the MEI 50K program available to companies outside Quebec?
In fact, it will probably not be available for them, but what we really would like to do is to leverage any kind of funding we can in Quebec, Canada. There's different kind of funding available for the partner. There could be funding for the pilot project itself. There could be so we will really work with the companies to be sure that what the pilot project or the solution that will emerge from this Open Innovation Challenge could be financed by any means we can find.
Thank you. Question here for Hydro-Québec. What will be the role of Hydro-Québec in the challenge?
For the challenge, we will act as initiator of the project, and we act to catalyze and integrate as an integrator of all technology to stimulate the ecosystem and the innovation for the greenhouse ecosystem.
Okay, thank you, Tom. And what would be, I guess we could go over what would be the interest to participate in the challenge for the companies who decide to apply? I guess the what's in it for me, for whoever decides to get into the program.
Okay. The startup and the small business will have the possibility to increase the visibility. Where we have the possibility to define potentially a project pilot with a large green utility, and the capacity to increase networking, be supported by mentor with a lot of experience, technical support. So there are many kind of aspects this challenge could help your business.
Thank you. We have a question that just came in. Somebody's asking, is the challenge open to a previous recipient of an HQ Sustainability Award?
Definitely yes.
So I think we pretty much went through all the questions we have received. Do not hesitate if you have any other questions. I'll let Patrick conclude on this session. And of course, you can always visit our website if you need more information.
All right, so I want to thank everyone for participating. Great questions, and don't hesitate to send us an email to address other questions that we might not have raised here or answered properly. So give us a shout. We'll definitely look into that. So thanks for participating. It was great to have your feedback and questions. So I just want to draw a quick conclusion. What's in it for an entrepreneur? I think it's important to understand that this program gives you access to first and foremost Hydro-Quebec's network. That's one thing, first and foremost. And second, you're getting access to also greenhouse producers that will participate as partners in this program. So those are potential clients as well. You're going to be having access to mentors, entrepreneurs that have experience in this field. Also investors. We're going to be bringing investors in fall to participate in some capacity in the program. So you're going to have access to investors who are interested in ag tech. So in essence, access to clients, potential clients, access to investors, access to mentor and their network. Mentors in the network, and also technical validation through potential pilot projects. So this is a big opportunity to get in contact with this network and build it throughout the program from July to end of January, and potentially land a pilot project and a contract with Hydro-Québec and or greenhouse producers in Quebec. So thanks again for participating. We're going to be eagerly expecting your applications, and have a great end of day. Thanks everyone.